Testing, testing, testing. Let's see how this goes. Let me see, take here. Let me see something here. If I sit here, how's that look? I'm working here, boom, boom. Going all the way up. Turn the music down. Look at this, Mercedes-Benz CLS 550. It's a 2008, beautiful silver color. We do have some cracked PPF here, but anyway, it's not our concern. We are tinting the windows. And here's a look from the backside, CL 550. Big body, two-door coupe, very, very ahead of its time. And I'd have to look up the price on this when it came out, but I know that this car was not cheap. So this thing's looking good. It's got some really wide wheels on here. Let's see what we're working with here. Hey Moon, say hi to everybody. Yeah. We're gonna be tinting this ceramic, sides and back, no windshield. But I just wanted to kind of check in, show you what we're working on. Turn this music down. Let's go down even lower. There we go. All right, there it is. What do you think? I think this thing is pretty superb, if you ask me. There's nothing like a beautiful silver paint job on a early 2000s Mercedes-Benz. They did it the best, in my opinion. We're gonna get to work here, but just wanted to check in. Look at the fitment on the wheel. The way that rear wheel sits with the fender, outstanding, outstanding. See what's going on up front, see if everything's good. That's the back window?
Yes, it is.
Cool. I'll work on that and work on the inside. Yeah, see how you can do. For those that are watching, you already know, tinners, if you get this car, charge a little bit extra. Why? It's because this window in the back, it goes up and down, and Mercedes-Benz likes to make them move up and down in a funky way. They kind of swivel, they kind of shift a little bit. And so that makes installation difficult. Look how that dips down right there. So that could be an issue. We're gonna see, we already printed out a few different windows because we're anticipating it's not gonna go a one-shot, one-kill install. That's what we're thinking, but you never know. We're gonna see. She's gonna work on that. I'm gonna work on the back window here. Maybe I'll take you along for the ride while I shrink this. We're gonna get some soap. And there you go. She's got a couple lined up just in case. Couple on this side, couple on that side. And let's get to work. I got some dial here. This Mercedes-Benz glass is really pretty innovative for its time. You can see there's little micro defrosters. I think they're built into the glass. And then these defrosters are traditional defrosters up here. But this is one of those Mercedes-Benz cars that when you tint, it actually, because it has some sort of special tint inside of the glass, when you're done, it actually looks kind of purple. So, iridescent. It has a cool look. Anybody that's a tinner that's watching this, let your customers know that it's gonna have a look to it just because the Benz, there's nothing you can do. There's no other kind of film that you can do to prevent that. It's just gonna happen. It's built into the glass. If you want to tint it, it's just how it's gonna go. It's gonna look iridescent, it's gonna look kind of purple. And so I just do a bar of soap. I learned this method a couple of years ago and I like it. The reason why, there's no wait time. It's dry, it's ready to go immediately. The only downside to this is it's a little bit messy. As you can see, there's this chalky stuff that kind of flies off. And we have dusters for that, and we're gonna gently dust, not just throw this soap residue all over the shop, but we're gonna gently dust, and then I'll start my shrink. I hope I have a good angle so you can see. If I don't, then I apologize. But what Bailey's doing here is she's taking painter's tape, and she is taping. Another reason why this car is more difficult, and you should actually charge more money, is because of the time that it takes to do this. It's time, materials. We're gonna have to tape up all of these gaskets because there's felt, and that felt wants to get in between the glass and the film, and it'll look like little specks. Another reason. We try our best here to take all necessary precautions to ensure you get the cleanest install possible. That's what taping, covering things, that's all built into our process here at Tint Star, just like any good tint shop, right? Grab my duster here. Here we go. I don't want to throw this all around the shop, so I'm just going to gently dust this back window like this. Give it a little twist. There we go. This sucker is dusted off, and I'm going to throw this just over here for now. Clean that duster out later. Here we go, back window. Couple chunks here. Let's see if I can. Oh, upside down. Let's flip this around. It's kind of an odd shaped window. It's kind of circular. Let's see how this shrink goes. What I try to do is I try to go up higher than I know the film has to go, and then I just minimize right here. I minimize that and I tippy toe down. I just take it all the way right there. H pattern, you know how we do it. Right across the middle, boom. And then I don't lock the sides as hard as most people do. I just do a little bit because I know what direction the film needs to be shrunken. I'll just be mindful of that. Same thing here, boom. Maybe like a ½ an inch or so, right? But just I'm watching that very carefully as I'm shrinking. All right, Moon's chilling. All right, let's do our shrink. I like to start on the passenger side and work my way from outside to inside and then work my way from top to bottom. A lot of tinners will tell you that this is the more fun part of tinting, and I agree. I think I like shrinking the best. It's pretty satisfying. Hopefully you guys can see this. I don't know about the angle. Should probably stop this and check. Let me stop this and check. Let me see before I go on. Let's see. Back up. Let's go as high as we possibly can. There we go. All right, we're getting towards the end of the passenger side. I like to make a definitive endpoint. I tell all my tint students, hey, make sure you finish somewhere in the middle. I believe it helps just organize and sort things out while you're shrinking. If it's not flat on the glass, it's not going to be flat when you install on the inside on the glass. So make sure everything's flat. That side is good. We're going to move over to the driver's side. Normally shrinking a back window, if you're a seasoned tinner, should take a few minutes. It shouldn't, probably like 5, I'm guessing. About 5, 10, maybe somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes, depending on the car, depending on the tinner. If you can't shrink, you can't tint. I'm sorry, guys. That's the rule. Can't do it. I had somebody call up and say, well, I want tint lessons, or I want to sign up for the tint class. I can tint. I just don't know how to shrink. And so I had to bite my tongue there for a second. But honestly, if you can't shrink, you cannot tint. Because you got to remember, before you get the tint on the glass, it's got to be shrunk. So if you can't shrink it, then I don't know what's happening there. Lift up and drop her down. We'll shrink it one more time, but this time it's going to be a lot quicker because it's already shrunk. What we're doing here is adding more tension so there's more bite. And I think it's more important to do it on the bottom than the top because the bottom is harder to reach in case after you install the window, you're noticing it's not laying down. Well, it's a lot easier to get to the top. This is what a snap looks like. It's real quick. It's nothing like the first time. That's all it is. Just wave the gun and just go for it. All right, one more time, other side. Real bite on the bottom, which is good. It's never a bad thing. All right, this is shrunk. We're gonna hang it up on the glass and we're gonna get to work. I'm gonna press stop on this camera and we'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Maybe I'll show you the finished product. Stay tuned.